Hello everyone! In this video, we'll talk about the joints that Fusion offers. Let's first discuss what types of joints we have. Here I have a model. Let's say I want to add a joint right here. I'll go to Assemble, As Built Joint, select the components wanted. As you can see here, I'll drag this around so you can see it better. I have more types of motion. Those are rigid, revolute, slider, cylindrical, pin slot, planar, and ball. Each of these different joint types restrict or allow certain degrees of freedom. Let's check them one by one. I'll rotate this a bit so you'll see it better. Good. Rigid doesn't allow any motion at all. Revolute joint, let's say here, like you can see, allows one rotation that will be around X, Y, Z or custom axis. Rotation means movement. The movement is around that axis. Slider, as you can see, allows one translation, also on X, Y, Z or custom axis. The translation means the movement is along one of these axes. Cylindrical, I'll move this here, let's say here. As you can see, if I stop it a bit, I have two directions, and cylindrical allows for one translation and one rotation. Pin slot allows for one rotation and one translation. Planar allows two translations and one rotation. And ball allows for 3 degrees of freedom. As you can see, I have 3 axes right here, 3 degrees of freedom. So, you can use these different types of joints dependent on your needs. One important aspect here is that joints will only work on components. They will not work on bodies. Also, you want at least one of your components to be grounded. I'm going to ground this wall. Right-click, ground. And now it's stuck in this position. I can't actually move it around anymore. It's stuck like that. Let's say I want to add a joint here. From the Assemble, I go to Joint. Now the base is almost transparent. I can say it's translucent. That means I can't select it. I want to move this piece right here. The component we select first moves to the second one. I want to bring this small piece right here to the base and assemble them together. And if I want to do that, click here. Let's say click here, and that's my joint. That's my rigid joint actually. But what options do I have? Well, let's see. I toggled the visibility of this one so you can see it better. If I go back to Assemble and Joint, and let's say I want to select this panel right here. As you can see, as I hover the cursor over the component, Fusion suggests different points that I can select, like lines, like endpoints of lines, like midpoints, centroids actually of mass, centers of holes, like this, and even arcs and center point of arcs. My choice is really simple. I'll toggle the visibility once more. I chose the centroid of mass here. And that piece right there. And click OK. If we're curious what other types of joints would work here, I can go to edit because I closed this dialog box. I can always go to motion and check the other types of movement to see if it works for me.